Hi, I'm Paul Linden, and I would like to join your firm. Now, I've put together this podcast to give you a better idea of who I am and how I can help your business succeed. Now, today we're going to talk about three subjects. We're going to talk about business planning, we'll talk about product development, and we'll talk about effective communications. So let's talk about business planning. And the purpose of the business plan is to get you the capital, the funds, the resources, the people, and the time that you need to accomplish your business growth. Now, everybody needs a business plan. I started writing business plans in 1985 for General Motors. We would go into considerable depth and analysis to understand the business, understand the market opportunities, understand the potential for new product developments and which developments we should be funding. So even the largest corporations in the world need to develop business plans. Now, in 1987, when I joined Toyota, they had a very different approach to the business plan. Toyota believes in a one-page business plan. When we developed the sales program, the sales strategy for the Lexus luxury car division, we did that on one page. When I went to Ford Motor Company in 1992, again, Ford believes very strongly in the one-page summary. So, the first thing you need to do, you need to understand when you're writing a business plan, is you need to recognize that the readers, the investors, and the finance community that's reading this plan are intelligent. They know the business. Business plan needs to be concise and complete. You need to cover the total economics of the business. You need to talk about competitive actions, and that's not who your competition is today, but who's your competition going to be 2, 3, 4, and 5 years down the road? Where is that competition likely to be? So you need to understand who your competition is and what they're developing today and who they're working with to develop that product. You need to fully understand who your customer is, what their value structure is, and what's unique about your product. What's the unique appeal of your product to that customer that's going to cause them to come into the showrooms, to come into the store and take your product off the shelf and take it home? What's the unique why buy that's going to cause that customer to purchase your product? Of course, the business plan needs to cover your sales strategy. It needs to cover the total volume opportunity and the revenue opportunity. Now, in the business planning that I've been involved with, I've always found that developing a functional prototype has been the best demonstration of the product appeal. This really helps to communicate with the finance community, to help them understand what it is that you're trying to do, and helps you validate your business assumptions. Now, full-size prototypes can be extremely expensive, but functional prototypes don't have to be. So you need to work with people who know how to build functional prototypes that can demonstrate the true customer appeal of your product versus the competitive offerings and the likely competitive offerings. And you need to know how to do that efficiently. Now, let me give you an example. I'm Paul Linden from Ford Motor Company, and I would like to introduce you to the 2006 Ford Ranger. Bold, aggressive front end, wide stance, and a strong body side all come together to make this the Ford Tough Protector. This vehicle will be introduced with the most powerful direct inject common rail diesel powertrains available in the market. This vehicle is capable of taking you, your family, and your cargo wherever you want to go, on or off-road. New headlamps, new grille and integrated bumpers, new hood and fenders, 16-inch alloy wheels, a faster A-pillar and a new greenhouse, raised belt line and a new lower character line with a kick-up in the rear quarter, all produce a modern large side profile and confident road appearance.
Tough truck style oversized door handles. A larger pickup box, the largest pickup box in the industry. The interior is highly refined, modern, with an all-new instrument panel, new modern clusters with individual gauges, bright modern center stack, and integrated controls. All new seat and interior trim design. And now, let's take a quick peek at the all-new Ford Everest. We're looking forward to seeing these new Ford vehicles on your roads and across your countryside soon. Our chief designers, Hataki Yama-san, Tsubaki Dani-san. Thank you.
Okay, so now you've got the funding and we're ready to talk about new product development. And as good as your product is today, and I'm sure it's an excellent product, and I'm sure you have a very loyal customer following, but as good as that product is today, we live in a globally competitive marketplace. And that means that you've got competitors out there, probably competitors you don't even know about, that are studying your product today, what's good, what works, what makes the customer satisfied, and what can they do to improve upon that. Now, if we do nothing else with our products, we'll find a continual erosion of our margins and eventually our market share. So we need to improve upon the existing product offering. Now, to do that, we really need to start by understanding who the customer is. What's their lifestyle? How does this product complement that lifestyle? And what values does this customer have that they would appreciate new features or new product entries, new product categories? Now, when I was with Jaguar, we would conduct one-on-one interviews with our customers. We would actually go out to their homes, myself and a designer, take pictures of the customers with their vehicles in their family setting to understand how they use their vehicles, how that vehicle complemented their lifestyle, and how we could design new products and new features to better complement that customer. That's what gave us the idea for a stretch version of the Jaguar sedan. When I was with Toyota, we would actually spend 1 week of the month in dealer service operations, actually greeting customers when they would come in with their vehicles for repairs to understand what it was that was wrong with the vehicle, what the customer's expectations of the vehicles were, how the customer was using the vehicle, and how we could develop future vehicles to better complement that lifestyle and better serve their needs. When I was with Ford Truck, responsible for Asian trucks, I actually spent time with Indonesian mining companies, with Malaysian lumber companies, with Thai farmers to understand how they used their vehicles, what features and attributes did they use on the vehicles, what additional items or modifications would they do to the vehicles, and how they valued that vehicle, so that we could develop better features and better products and better all new product categories to better serve them. Now, you can conduct all the clinics and all the focus groups and read all the research reports, but you really need to understand that customer, that global customer, on a one-to-one basis. New product development is all about understanding the customer and developing products that better suit their needs. Now, one of the most interesting opportunities that you have to study the market is to talk to your competitive salespeople. You'd be surprised how many of them are very interested to talk to you, share their opinions, and tell you what's wrong with your product and what you can do to improve it. When I was with Toyota, we went to the #1 Honda dealer in Florida. We met with him and we asked him how he sold his products and how he sold versus Toyota. and what was wrong with our products. It was very interesting. He actually had a brand new Toyota on his dealership lot. He told us that. Showed it to us. Walked us over and he said, this is what I do. He says, my biggest problem is people come into the dealership, they look at our products, they're very happy, they're ready to buy, but they turn around and they say, I just want to go to the competitive dealer. I'll go off to the Toyota dealer and see what the Toyota product's about, and then I'll be back. And he would respond, if you want to buy a Toyota, I have one here on the lot and I'll sell it to you today. Come on, let's walk over and take a look at it. But let me tell you, it's got small wheels, which means poor handling, poor braking. I'll demonstrate it for you. And wouldn't you rather drive a Honda? He was a very successful dealer. And he certainly taught us what we needed to do to improve the Toyota product offering. So again, new product development starts with understanding who the customer is. What's the customer lifestyle? How does our product complement that customer's lifestyle? And what can we do to better serve that customer, adding the right features, the right new product categories to better service that customer? Okay, so we've talked today already about business planning and about new product development. Now I want to talk about effective communication, because everything that we do involves communication, whether it's communicating with our suppliers, with our employees, with the finance community, with our customers, our dealers, our salespeople. It's all communication. We live in an age where it's never been easier to communicate with people wherever they are in the world. And that sounds great, except that understand that your audience is inundated with messages. Your audience, wherever they are, whether it's Thailand, South Africa, Brazil, they're all inundated with messages. So you need to break through the clutter. You need to develop simple and effective messages to break through the clutter, to appeal to your audience and communicate what it is that you really want them to know and what you want them to do. When we developed the 2006 Ranger, new vehicle had over 100 new attributes. Significantly new vehicle. We couldn't possibly communicate that effectively, so we need to boil that down to a very simple message. And we did that by actually using focus groups in Thailand, Malaysia, Vietnam, Europe. We brought people in, showed them the vehicle, reviewed different campaigns with them to understand what would be the most effective message to break through the clutter, if you will. Now, something else that we did, and you need to understand that in every industry there are 3 or 4 media writers that really set the tone for that industry. You need to know who those media writers are. You need to communicate with them early. You need to get them on board and use them to help communicate your message. Now, I'm going to show you a video clip of what we did when we were ready to launch the new Escape. We started by bringing in a couple of the magazine writers from Car and Driver, from Car Magazine Agreement, and worked with them to refine our message. Now I'm going to show you a video clip of an event that we hosted for the magazine writers, and again this is 3 months before Job 1. We actually brought them to the vehicles off-road in California, gave them a chance to experience the vehicle, and our message through this was, this is a vehicle that can really deliver. This is a no boundaries vehicle. It can go anywhere, and that's what we were trying to demonstrate, a true SUV that could go anywhere. So you'll see this video clip, and really what we did is we worked with the magazine editors to convey that message, and it worked very effectively because we were able to get magazine covers and positive press from them that complemented our advertising campaign. So for effective communications, you need to have a simple, concise message that can break through the clutter. You need a unique approach that your customers are willing to accept, and you need to work with key media writers, credible sources of information that can help you convey that message. Now, I've also got a clip that we used when we launched the 2006 Ranger. Again, we worked with the media, we worked with the customers to understand the unique approach, and I think you'll enjoy this clip demonstrating that the Ranger was really a rescue vehicle. The Ranger will deliver and take you where you need to go.
Ford, make every day exciting.
Now, one of the key groups that you need to communicate with is your suppliers. Recognize that everything that we build, every service that we offer, is based on systems, components, and parts that come from our supply base. To be successful, we really need to have the right suppliers, and we need those suppliers to make their best efforts to improve our products. Now, I've got a video clip here for the Escape launch at Kansas City. A year before Job 1, we brought in our 500 top suppliers, brought them into a hotel, showed them the brand new vehicle. Again, this is a year before Job 1. Showed them the vehicle, demonstrated it to them, got the suppliers excited about what it was that we were trying to do, got them fully committed to launching that vehicle with the highest quality and the best production capability we could do. So I think you'll find it an interesting clip.
You're unbelievable.
Who's here tonight? Well, the key players are the supply base, the launch personnel, management from Ford and Mazda, Kansas City management, key launch personnel and Mazda, key management, all kinds of people in different positions that are going to support this launch. And we have some expectations. We're going to become responsible partners.
It is certainly a pleasure to be here and to have the chance to welcome the Ford Motor Company suppliers and your company officials.
Communicating with the customer is perhaps the most fun and the most important. Now, I have a short video clip of an event that we hosted with the Israel Ministry of Defense and the IDF. They were interested in buying trucks. We brought them to Ford headquarters, brought them to our proving grounds, demonstrated not just the truck that they were interested in, but our full range of units. And we brought them to our assembly plant to show them how the units are built with quality, to show them our full capability and our full support for them. Yeah. This resulted in a sale of 1,130 vehicles. I think you'll find it an interesting presentation.
In our presentation today, you will see the customer identify the three critical issues for him: quality, cost, and timing. We need to deliver the most reliable, the best quality, the most capable vehicles. We need to deliver them at a competitive price, and we need to deliver them on time. We start our drive event at the Ford Dearborn Proving Grounds, where we've assembled 22 vehicles, from the subcompact Ford Focus to the massive F-650.
Very excited about having you here, and we welcome you not only to the United States, obviously, but in particular to the home of Ford Motor Company here in Dearborn, Michigan.
So anytime an Israeli comes to you and says, you know, I want to buy something, he means the best, lowest cost, and yesterday. We get sensational help and sympathy from the US government and from the suppliers. And we expect that because now we have sort of common goals.
Ford Motor Company, on quality, on cost, and on-time delivery to you.
Okay, so today we've talked about business planning, we've talked about new product development, and effective communications. In future podcasts, I'm going to talk about supplier relations, because again, everything that we make or sell, every service that we offer, every product that we offer, is dependent upon our suppliers to provide the components, the systems, the parts required for the development. And if you will, most of the time we choose suppliers based on location, lowest cost, or best reputation. But I believe we need to take a more strategic approach to the supply base, choosing suppliers based on who can add the greatest value for the customer. And it's not just selection of suppliers, but it's the whole supplier relations. How do we communicate with our suppliers? How do we share information with them? How do we involve them in our new product development? I'm also going to do a future podcast on quality and reliability. This will talk about Six Sigma and the APQP, QSF, FMEAs, DVPs, and Rs, and other tools that I believe can help you ensure that the new products that you develop will fully meet and exceed the expectations of your customers. So what are the processes that we use to ensure the quality of our new products through development and testing and manufacturing and launch? I'm also going to do a podcast on management tools and business processes. Now, a lot of you would consider this project management, but I believe it goes beyond the bounds of just managing projects. And how do we approach the business? How do we ensure customer value throughout our organization? I'm very interested in joining your firm. and helping you achieve the goals and objectives that you've set for your organization. You can contact me at autocasher@mac.com. You're welcome to review the additional materials that I've put up on the website, download them. I appreciate your emails and your phone calls, and I look forward to hearing from you soon. Thanks.
Perhaps years from now, the history books will say something like this. They had the opportunity to make something great, and they refused to pass it by.